Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the cardio workout for the week. As usual, there's no equipment needed for the cardio workout. All exercises will be body weight. You may want a mat, so that's the one thing to consider. You also don't need too much space around you. What I want you to pay specific attention to is the formula for this workout. So there's 4 blocks. 2 of the blocks are 50 seconds times 3. The other 2 blocks are 30 reps times 3. So make sure that you don't mistake that for 30 seconds. So on the 50 second, I had started by putting it as 60 seconds times 3, but I want you to make sure that you have enough time, as in 10 seconds, to get to the next move. So by meaning 50 seconds, I want you to set a timer for 60 seconds for each block, or for each exercise. Or what you can do is, since it's really 6 minutes total, you can set it for 6 minutes, just knowing that at 50 seconds you can go ahead and get ready to switch to the next exercise. So I want you to try really hard to make sure you don't take any more than 10 seconds to get from one exercise to the next. Yes, it will be challenging. Your heart rate will be up, your breathing will be heavy. Try really hard to work on catching your breath in the next move. One of the moves will always be harder to catch your breath in. It'll be where you're really kicking that heart rate up. The other one will be more of an opportunity to bring that heart rate back down. So I'm going to make a quick review of each exercise listed today. I'll show you 1 or 2 reps only, and then we'll move on. You have done everything on here with the exception of a variation of 1 that I'll spend a little extra time on. All right, so we'll start from the top of the list. The first exercise on there is our basic sprawl. Yes, this will be the one of the 2 exercises in block 1 that really kicks your heart rate up. So pay specific attention to making sure that you are catching your breath as often as possible. Remember, a sprawl does not have a push-up and it doesn't have a jump. It's not a burpee. So it is down to a squat, hands to the floor, feet hop out, strong catch in a plank, feet hop in, and stand. If the hopping is something that you cannot do right now or are not comfortable with, this is the same move, but walking. Squat, out, in, and stand. All right, exercise number 2, you're gonna go right into your lateral lunge shifts. Feet are wide. The way that you know that this is not our normal lateral lunge is I use the word shift. So shifting means we're not gonna actually step into the lunge. We're gonna start with the feet wide, and we're just gonna shift from lunge to lunge. So feet don't move, chest stays up nice and high, and we are shifting the hips side to side. One leg always ends up straight, one leg is bent. They both end up straight for a split second in the middle before the other. If you want a real quad killer, don't stand all the way up. Stay nice and low. They will burn really fast on you. So feel free to throw a couple of those in just for fun. All right, so you have 50 seconds of those 2, 3 times in a row. 6 minutes total. Then you move into block 2. We have 3 exercises, and these you're going to be counting. You have 30 reps of each. Mountain climbers, bicycles, and jumping jacks. So on our mountain climbers, it's 30 seconds. You are counting both sides, and you may do these quickly as long as your hips stay down. So this is okay, 3, 4, 5. This is okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not. I don't want those hips hopping up and down. You're wasting a little bit of effort. It's not that efficient, as well as you're using a lot more of the rest of your body and not strictly core. So I want your focus to be on the core. So 30 total, and then you immediately flip over to our bicycles. Again, 30 total. Watch that you fully extend the legs. This isn't how quick can you go. This is how well can you execute that full reach. 30 total, and then your core break is to hop up and hit 30 full jumping jacks or 30 stepping. Jumping jack reminder, there is a starting position, which is everything together, feet together, arms down. There's a middle position, hands meet, feet are wide, back to center, everything back together. As we get tired, this is what we end up with. Make the legs move all the way in, all the way out. Big reach with the arms. So that completes block 2. Jumping down to block 3, you're back to the 50 seconds times 3. 2 exercises again. Our curtsy lunges, just alternating sides, sitting nice and low, feeling that glute, and your walkout with no push-up. Yes, I said it. Your only workout this week with no push-ups. Toe touch, walk out, lock that plank, walk back in, and reach. Your walkout is going to be your breath catcher, a little bit on that one. So focus on taking that nice deep breath in and out as you move. And then your final block, you're back to your rep counting. 30 reps times 3. So on this one, you're starting with a tuck-in pulse. So instead of, like day 1 in our assessment, where we were extending all the way out and tucking back in, this one's going to be a pulse from the top. The most challenging of this move with respect to your arms would be hands at the ears. And it would be a little reach back in, little reach back in. So it's nice and tight in the core. Just trying to barely open the hips. Don't worry about whether the knees extend. I don't care if they reach all the way out or not. If your hips aren't moving, then we're not getting the workout. So think about open the hips, pull it back in. Open and pull. Almost like all you're doing is V and a little release. V and a little release. Other options on your arms. If you're working currently on strengthening your core, that position may be immediate pressure on the low back. So, other options. Hands on the chest, and then it's the same move, open, close. Arms out in front. You can even take your hands on your legs to help yourself out just a little bit, especially if you're fighting balance the whole time. If you're constantly falling forward or backwards, take the hands on the legs so that you're taking some of the balance out and really putting the focus back into the core. That's fine. 30 strong crunches or pulses. Next move, oblique forearm crunches. It may have been quite a while since some of y'all have done these. So on our oblique forearm crunches, we've got elbow, this is my shoulder stacked over the elbow. With your feet, you can either stagger them with your top leg in front, or you can stack them. Totally up to you. Hand is going to go on the hips. Shoulder blades are pulled back, so my chest is open. And then it's a small crunch from here. So I'm going to release the hip an inch or two, and then I'm going to lift from that oblique. Release, lift, release, lift. Depending on how tight or how strong you are, tight or weak, it will really determine your range. So you may have a really big range if you're pretty flexible through the outside of your hip, your glute medius, and your low back. If you're pretty tight, you may only have an inch or two of lift and lower. That's fine. What I don't want it to turn into is moving your body around to make it feel like you're moving. It's all in the hip, even if it's little. Shoulder and elbow should never move. So this one's 15 one side. Switch it over. 15 on that other side. Lift, lower. And then you finish this last block off with our speed skaters. So again, the speed skater is the break from the 2 core exercises. So chest up tall, really focus, making the legs do your work. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy this workout. I hope you enjoy the body weight and the no push-ups for today, and the variation of counting and time. So let me know how it goes and have a great week.